Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel. My name is Bremona, Brianna, and we are here today to show you guys all of my favorite must-have lifestyle mods that I use in The Sims 4. When I tell you going into the realm of mods can be overwhelming, but it's very rewarding and it makes the gameplay a lot of fun. So I want to show you guys some of the mods that I use in my game. Just another little side note, I recently moved, so I have like a whole little stream room. Well, it's just a whole bunch of boxes and stuff. I had to put this up here because literally there's so many boxes behind this. But I have my own little stream room and stream area, and I'm literally so excited. I can't wait to make it my own space. I just don't mind all the stuff in the back. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. So without further ado, let's hop right onto the video. All right, y'all. So I literally made a list in my notepad app. I can literally go through my whole mods folder and see what are the ones that I love, what are the mods that I just cannot live without, that are literally used in every single time I load up my game and play. And we have a couple of them on here, a couple. So strap in, get ready. The first mod that I really want to get into is, well, I mean, it's not really like a mod per se, it's more like a creator, because there's just certain creators that they're just amazing. Like everything that they make is essential to have in your game. We are going to start with Adeepindigo. But Adeepindigo is literally such an amazing creator. If you want to hop into mods, if you want anything for realistic kind of gameplay, just download all of their mods. Just 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Errant Thoughts is so great. Literally download them all. Just all of them. But yeah, let's actually go into a few that I think are amazing that you literally need. So like I was saying before, Errant Thoughts is a great mod to have because it literally can change up the flow that you have for your Sims lives. For instance, your Sim could want a new love interest, your Sim could want a new job, your Sim could want to go on a vacation, and it's just it's something that you don't have to do. It's just something that you can see okay, my Sim wants to do this, I never thought to do this for them, let's go and do it, you know? So you can literally be just going through your Sims lives and just have every little moment of their life planned out. But for me, I like to have the game, I like to have the Sim kind of tell me how they want their life to go, because it's just more fun that way, you know? And then it just gives me a little bit of inspiration to be okay, hey, you want to go on a vacation, let's go on a vacation. Healthcare Redux is also a really good Adeepindigo mod if you want anything related to diseases, if you want anything about as it says, chronic conditions, accidents, injuries, just a lot of realistic things. Doctor visits, you simply go to the doctor. I mean, it just makes playing just not so just cookie cutter. It makes it seem oh, well, my Sim is sick, let me take them to the doctor, you know, things that happen in actual real life. Golden Years is actually such a really cool mod. I love the mod, but I haven't really used it yet because I haven't had any elders until now. But in my legacy gameplay that I'm currently filming, I have an elder, but I don't play with them, I play with their daughter. So I really want to go back and play some of these with her mother, who is an elder, because this is really cool because you can do estate planning, you can plan cruise vacations, you know, you can do recreational activities. There's just so many different things that you can do with this mod with your elders. And I feel there's not a lot of things for elders. Once my Sim becomes an elder, I'm oh, goodbye, I'm gonna play with the kids. I'm gonna play with the young adults. So I feel this is a really good mod if you want to have things to do for your elders. And the last Adeepindigo mod for us to dive into is the Sim Nation Travel. And this one is really great because you can literally apply and renew passports. You can have a subway pass to go to DMV, to get your license, to go to a whole nother world is to get up on a plane and fly there, you know? So you can get a passport. Once you go to that world, it'll mark out that place in your passport, like a little passport stamp. It's actually really cool. I really do like this mod. And the travel, the only thing that really scares me, and it actually did happen to me before, is you can get into a plane crash, which is so traumatic. And I experienced it, well, not when I was filming my legacy series, kind of when I was doing things in the background to kind of set up for gameplay that I was going to film in the future. And I traveled to Solani, and all of a sudden I was okay, I'm here, but my Sim isn't. And this pop-up came and it was your Sim was in a plane crash, they have to go to the hospital, they have to do surgery and whatnot. I'm what is going on? Literally, what is going on? Really sad, but it could happen, you know? It's really realistic in that sense. Yeah, this is a really cool mod as well. So this next mod is by VickiSims. This is the mod, it's called Age Up Preferences. And this mod is really cool because when your sim ages up, they have different kind of likes, dislikes, and preferences that generate for them. So you don't have to kind of go in and make something for them already. So these are the preferences that Naomi has, and see her hobbies, her skills, what color she likes, conversational topics, the type of decor, which I really dislike this one because they'll literally go into a room and their whole mood just changes. They get so tense and uncomfortable because of a decor that they don't like. It's realistic, but I'm like, come on, bro. I just like, that's what I really can't stand. But other than that, like all these other ones are really cool. Like different kind of sims, you know, that she like, different kind of pizza toppings, like so many different things. And these randomly generate. So when your sims age up, they'll randomly get these likes and dislikes. And it can really help you like decide what kind of sim that they are, decide what kind of colors that they'll wear, and what kind of food to eat. Like it's different kind of things to really help them kind of grow as a sim and make it more realistic, you know, because we all about the realistic. The next mod that we have is ChippedSim's storytelling toolkit, and this one is really great if you do a lot of like let's plays and lifestyle kind of gameplay. For like let's play, you want your sim to be in like a certain mood. This one, if I can find it, where is it? It literally took me forever to try to figure out that you have to right click. Well, not right click, shift click. Yeah. But yeah, you shift click and it's right here, storytelling toolkit. And let's just say, you know, Naomi, she's on fire right now. You know, she is pregnant, so she's turned on. So let's just say, you know, I want to change her mood, you know, so you go to emotions control and I want her to be tense. You click that. It might not make her tense, but this is basically, so let me actually close this. What the heck? So this is basically it right here. Since she has these other moods that really like overpower that one, then it won't like bump it up here. But let's just say, you know, we take these off. Oh my gosh, she's thrilled. Oh, Naomi, come on. So, you know. So let's just say that those ones kind of cleared off, and this is basically the moodlet showing that, you know, she is tense, and then when she becomes tense, her face changes. She gets into this mood that you would need her to be in if you are telling a story. So yeah, I use this one a lot, especially in my legacy gameplays and let's plays. I love to use this so I can be like, oh well, you know, like she's mad at and pissed at her husband, but I need her to look mad and pissed, you know. So yeah, this is very good, very great mod. Alrighty, so this is David, and David is gonna help me with the next mod. This next mod is by Frankk, and it's the language barriers mod, and I love this mod so much. You know, everybody in the entire world doesn't all speak one language, and even though I love Simlish, it'll be so cool to have different kind of languages, because when you go to different places, people speak different languages. You can then learn the language, you could be confused about what people are saying, and this mod encompasses all of that. David here, he is actually from Sulani, so he speaks the language from Tulani, which is Toki Sulani, and he's a Toki Sulani native since he's from there, but he did move and he went to a Simlish speaking area to go to school. Since he speaks both of these languages, he is a native multilingualist. So these are different traits that your sim can have depending on the area that they live in, depending on the other languages that they learn. And it's actually really cool because let's just say, you know, if I'm making a story, I kind of want these things to already be in place. It's going to select the language for the world that you reside in. But let's just say that, you know, for my storyline, David, he grew up in Sulani. He moved to Newcrest where they speak Simlish. So since now he's an adult, he probably moved when he was a child because, you know, that's just how I want to make my story. Then I want him to already have this multilingual trait, and I want him to already be a Simlish native. You can actually go on here and it should be, oh, it's not shift click this time. Okay, so it's just regular click. You can click languages, and this is where you can like remove the trait. You can disable language barriers for David, so you just get very annoyed with your sim like talking to other sims and they just do not understand you. You can literally disable it and be like, okay, my sim just understands everybody, because sometimes you want to get a story across and you're trying to like film and then do everything and it's just not working. This is great to have. You just want to be like, okay, you know every language. So you can also set a language preference. So you're like, okay, well, he moved here, but I don't want him to speak this language. these are all of the other languages that your sim can speak. It's really cool. I love this mod. Very realistic kind of gameplay, which, you know, I love, so you gotta have it. So going back to Naomi for my next mod that I really love. So this mod is by JaneSimsten. Yeah, JaneSimsten. And this is a 5-day work week and change your work schedule mod. So right now, Naomi is a community manager. And right here, you can see that Naomi, she works in 3 days. She works every single day of the work week, Monday through Friday. But you see how she works for like 4 hours, like 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. If you go under, oh, you can't even see it. My head is in the way. All right, well, anyway, so if you go under here, it'll say ask to change work schedule. And this is basically where you call your job, be like, hey, like, I need my work hours cut. So choose career to change and edit. So ask to change work schedule. So you could do full-time, part-time. Let's just say she wants to go back to full-time, you know, because she about to have this baby, so she needs to make some money, you know. And then choose the time of day. So what time of day? Choose her work hours, Monday through Friday, Wednesday through Sunday. Let's just say, you know, Wednesday through Sunday works the best. Choose her shift, 6-hour shift, 8-hour shift. Ask to change work schedule, 12 p.m. to 8 or 3 p.m. to 11. But see, it gives you all of this customization so that there's a lot more flexibility in your gameplay. And you know, a lot of different jobs don't always have a regular 9-to-5 schedule. It's very realistic this way. And then right here it says Naomi Lewis's new work hours have been confirmed. Please check the career panel for her new schedule. So if we go back here, look at the career panel, it shows here that now she's off Monday and Tuesday, and now she works 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. So I love it. It's literally such a good mod, especially when you just want to be like, okay, well, I need my sim to work these hours so that I can have them free for when I want to tell a different part of their story. Alrighty, so the next mod is also by JaneSimsten, and it's the Townie Gain Skills mod. And I really do love this mod because everyone, even Townie Sims, should have different kind of traits, should have different things that they're really good at, things they're not as good at. Let's say you find a potential match. You don't want them to have like 2 or 3 skills. Like, it's best if they have like a whole bunch of different skills, because then it kind of tells you what kind of sim that they are, and it can kind of like change around maybe like your story or whatnot for when you do like legacy or lifestyle kind of gameplay. So I love this mod. Definitely recommend. Alrighty, so this next mod is by Katie Mods, and it's the one with all the romance, and there's also one that's called the one with all the feelings. It's really great. Really great, and I used it a lot during my Love Struck mini-series because it has so many different kind of like interactions and social choices. Let's actually have David and Naomi. Can we have them like just sit outside? Well, David's already out here. Can I have Naomi sit over here with him? Look at her under the pregnant belly. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to play with them again and play this next episode because I really want to see this child. Like, literally, she's been pregnant for so long. She looks so cute. This girl literally went and sat right behind him. There's no bench they can sit like next to each other. I thought there was a bench in their apartment. Oh, David here, he's actually going to speak with Naomi. Click on the sim and then click until you see mega interactions, and there's friendly ones, romance ones, but let's do some romance ones. There's different kind of things that you can say. So you can have like pickup lines that you can say, get to know you. So let's just say, you know, you're on a get to know you date. You can do some of these interactions. Do you want to have kids one day? Well, we're kind of having one. So, alrighty, so the pickup lines. If you were a balloon, I'm staring at your heart. Are you a cat? Are you Wi-Fi? Do you sit in sugar? Because you're so sweet. I don't know. Like, there's so many different kind of things that you can say. You can also discuss your relationship, discuss finances, ask to be more present, ask to be more supportive, ask for some space. Very amazing mod. Bet you sweat glitter. Let's say that to her. David said, I bet you sweat glitter. And Naomi said, you're not wrong. So there we go, queen. And it's just such a great kind of like social interactions kind of mod, and it's definitely essential for any kind of gameplay. So funny that Naomi's on her phone because the next one, I can't really like show you guys it in my game because it's random. It's basically a mod by Kuttoe called Random Texts and Calls, and I really like having this because I feel like you never really like just use your phone. Like, I never really use the phone. I don't know about y'all. I'm speaking from my experience. I never really use the phone or like send messages to like interact with other sims. I don't really use it. This mod is actually really cool because you can just get random messages from different kind of sims. Yes, this mod is literally like so essential. It makes it seem like more realistic in a way, because you know, like, you would get some messages, or maybe y'all don't get messages like that. I mean, I don't want to assume or anything, but like, I mean, I don't really get messages like that. Well, I want to at least have my sim have a more sociable life than me, like, but yeah, I just feel like it's more realistic where you can get a lot more messages, and it's like random things that'll happen. I literally can't even like remember some of the things that happen, but yeah, it's so random. But yeah, this mod is really great, definitely essential. So yeah, let your sim have, you know, a really cool social life. Even if you don't, let your sim be the one to have one, you know. The next mod, or I guess mods, would be from a creator called Lot51, and there's just some creators where you just have to show off all of their mods because they just make such amazing content. So yeah, Lot51, download everything that they have. I mean, they're just so great. Let's just deep dive into a couple of these though. The first one that I think everybody really loves is this Simzlink mod, and this mod basically lets you have internet access. It's very realistic, very cool kind of mod. You can literally not have your TV, you can't even play music without having your internet connected. So yeah, it's really cool mod. Really love this mod. The next one by Lot51 that I love to use is the Ding and Ditch Smart Doorbell. So this one's really cool because it'll actually show you like who's at the front door. So let's say, you know, like you might have like a big house, you might live in an apartment, and sometimes you might not always be looking at the door when you're like playing. So this one will kind of have like a little pop-up when they ring the doorbell. And another thing that's kind of crazy, people can ding dong ditch your door and leave flaming bags of poo, which is just so weird and random, and it just makes for the craziest storylines. Like David's older brother came by and left one of these, and we've never spoken to him since. So it's just, I like it. It's a lot of fun. Now, as we're on the topic of highlighting one creator and all of their lovely mods, let's talk about Luimpinou. Luimpinou has such great mods, and of course everyone knows that RPO, or the pregnancy, what is that? The relationship and pregnancy overhaul mod. But yeah, it's literally such a good mod. Like, you should have already had it downloaded since yesterday. But Luimpinou also has some other mods as well, so let's highlight a few of them. Alrighty, so this mod by Luimpinou is called the First Impressions mod, and it's actually a really great mod because it really showcases the impressions that a sim will have towards another one when you first meet them. So it can kind of dictate, you know, how the relationship might be in the future, if things could possibly change, you know, it could do so many different things with this, with telling your story, you know. So we're actually going to give a friendly introduction to this random sim called James Blackwood. And James, you better not walk away. You better not walk away from me. I would do this sim, but this is actually David's mother-in-law, so we can't do her. Amanda Collins. All right, what about Amanda? Is he still sitting down? David, stand up, sir. All right, David is on the move. He's no, come on, sir. I'll reset this man because there's no way. I just need David to meet someone for a moment. Like, just go over and talk to this man. Alrighty, so we're gonna have David meet James. And you see how it pulls up this like thought bubble kind of thing? If we go into relationships and click on James and go to open profile, if we scroll down, David's sentiment about James, James' sentiment about David. So this kind of tells you like, okay, how did they interact with each other upon their first impression? So this is what David thought about James. So there's something about James that just seems to vibe in a way that appeals to David. So David, he pretty much kind of likes James. He's like, oh, he seems like he's a pretty cool sim. But James, on the other hand, he says, one of these, tree hugging, broccoli eating, beach walking. So he thinks that David is a nature maniac. And he wouldn't be wrong, because if we pull up David's trait, he does love the outdoors. He is an outdoorsy sim. Maybe a way that, you know, David started talking to James, that he thought that, oh man, this dude is like kind of a nature freak, like he just likes so much about nature and whatnot. And maybe David's telling James about different like environmental changes that we should do in Newcrest and things like that. And you know, I just pulled that straight out of my brain. Like, this is what this mod can help you do when you want to try to tell a story, you know. So yeah, it's really great kind of mod. You can kind of just like throw everything out and be like, okay, depending on how they first met each other and interacted with their impression, this is kind of how their relationship can go, you know, for right now and then later on in the future. So pretty cool mod. I do love it. Alrighty, so let's actually go back to Naomi for the next mod. She's good at certain things. She's not as good as other things. And with the Luimpinou talents and weaknesses mod, but this literally gives you different things that your sim could be really good at, that could have a really good talent for, and other things that your sim is not really good at. So if we look through all of Naomi's traits, she has a lot. On here, singing, a voice to work on. This sim will struggle more to learn to sing than most sims would. Her ear and voice needs more developing. So she's not as good of a singer. Well, Naomi, she does love to sing. She sings a lot. Maybe that's something that she's working on, you know, because she's not as good of a singer. This one also says dancing, somewhat clumsy footwork. She's not a good dancer. Programming, she's really good at programming. She's a coding genius. It gives you a whole bunch of different like traits and things. Oh, and this one too, fitness, athletic build. This is really great because it will say, okay, well, my sim is not as good as this. My sim has a real good gift and talent for this. And it will kind of give you more insight of what kind of sim that you have and what your sim's kind of traits are. So yeah, WW mod. The next mod is the height slider and gradual growth mod by MycroftJr. You can literally have your sim be different heights, change height. So I can change Naomi to be average. David, he should be average, which will make them, you know, it's kind of hard with some interactions, especially like kissing interactions where, you know, they're not the same height. So it looks like he's like making out with her nose. But this mod is actually really great to have because not everybody's the same height, even in real life. Usually Naomi, I make her short because I feel like she's a little shouty, you know, and David, he's more tall, but he's not super tall than Naomi. So I feel like just it kind of gives the sim more personality with having different heights. So that's why I really love this mod. And the gradual growth part of the mod basically kind of states that once they're like children going up to teens and then to young adults and then adults and so forth and so on, they grow in height. It can be sometimes you might have to like adjust it a little bit, but other than that, like, it's great. Alrighty, so the next mod is by RAVASHEEN, and RAVASHEEN is one of those creators where you literally need everything that they make as well. But the one mod that I really love from RAVASHEEN is the ISO Love Photos mod, and this mod basically lets you take a picture wherever. So I was having a lot of difficulty in my Love Struck miniseries to take a photo in certain places, and I really wanted my sim to, you know, be in this spot, take a photo with this person, and it just wasn't working out. So with this mod, you can literally take photos like anywhere, and it's amazing. So yeah, definitely like 10 out of 10. I highly recommend this one as well. And I feel like a mod that's been around for a while that I feel like everybody should have is the SimRealist National Bank mod. It's essential. The SMBank, and I also have the real estate one. I feel like SimRealist is probably like another one of those creators where you just need everything. You can manage your accounts. So right now, David has no money in his account. Both David and Naomi, they share this account. So used for David and Naomi's daily transactions. So yeah, they have this account, which you can basically like manage the account owners. So I can be like, hey, David, like get out of my account, get your own. You can transfer money. You can do direct deposits. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. You can have that. But another thing as well, when your sim has, let's just say like another hobby, another way of making money, you kind of want that to be like separate. I have Naomi, she writes books. So she has her book royalties. So every single time that she earns money from writing that book, it will distinguish that and put it in that specific account. So you can also have an account for buying a house. Oh, that's why they don't have money, because they bought a house. I was wondering, I was like, I feel like they had so much more money than this. But yeah, they just bought a house. So I had a separate house account that I then, you know, took off. But you can have separate accounts for different things. So it's very realistic kind of banking experience. The last mod that we will cover in this video is by TwistedMexi, and it's the Smarter Pie menu mod. And don't mind her crooked hand, like, girlfriend, what is going on? This mod is very great because literally you can type anything on here and you can basically kind of find it. I really love this mod. I literally don't go through the pie menus and look at all. I type. And it's amazing. It's very essential kind of mod. So yeah, definitely recommend this one. There's just certain mods that you're like, okay, well, these can make my gameplay, you know, fairly better, but there's just other mods where you're like, this is essential, this is needed, this needs to be made by the Sims 4 to just put in the actual base game, you know, like that's the kind of essential that I'm referring to. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If there's any other mods that you guys think that I should know about, this is just my little list. I mean, some of these, you know, mods that have been around, you know, maybe more new, maybe, you know, they've been around for a while, but you know, not a lot of people have dived deep into mods. So I thought I would make this video just in case you might be new to mods and you want to know what are some essential ones for the kind of realistic gameplay. Here you go, starter pack. Okay, starter pack. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. Definitely let me know in the comments down below what your favorite mod is. Any other new mods that I should know about, I definitely would love to see that. Definitely stay beautiful and handsome as you already been before, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.